Hello, and welcome back to Test Chamber 100. As you can see here, I've uploaded it to Steam. Now other people can download and play this level. It's got the whole description in there, and all of the tags, since it includes so many features. See, not much has changed with the first few chambers, but I've slightly changed the positions of the reflector cubes here, added a little light source up here to fix an issue where playtesters wouldn't notice that this upper floor here was portable, added some lighting into this hallway to help light that area up and show it as sort of a ramp so the people will recognize more what to do with the orange fluid there. Then this nice pattern of all of the fluids and the balls, and add these panels to the final room down there. So it's all complete now. I'll do a full run through of the level. Once again, show here all the safety hazards. Walk in. Stop our ball from killing itself. And can start its little journey around the room. See the cubes over there. To this side. There's also now this little bounce pad here that brings you over to the other side, and it's one way. So can also show the alternate method here. You could shoot the laser through and get a nice straight one go through there, but could theoretically also use this down here. Powered on there. Now, so we don't have to deal with that laser in there, I'll go and remove this block. See this whole next room here, and you also get look back at this turret staring you down. Press this button. Open up these new panels here. Now, with this last room, you see there's the square button here. The entire top half is non-portable. And then if we press this button here, respawns all those walls. In case anything happens to those. So, we need to get a square block for this button here. We could always go back and grab one of the reflector cubes from the previous room. We'll also see that one will drop down up there. And, you know, you could try and use the bounce liquid to get up, but you can recognize from a few chambers in the game that a great way to get upwards is by using this speed fluid. And this won't get us all the way up there. This will get us close enough to set up a portal. And we can also toss down our friend there. Grab this companion cube. Other button. And we'll see the center of the room has opened up here. And we can already see it falling down into the pit of doom and despair. And knocking over a turret, which is actually the intended solution. You know, there are several different ways that players can go about this, but simply using all of these balls here and dropping them down into the pit, you can quickly see as they start taking out these turrets, bouncing around. Just get a couple more. And also, once this middle hatch is open, these top panels here turn white, and you can drop down any liquids you want in there. Keep these balls bouncing around, or if you want to try out any other solutions, maybe with the tractor beam from the first area, or any other liquids you might want to try. And it looks like they've dealt with all those turrets for us. So, we can get down here, and this button to open up the door. Door wasn't always open so that this destroyer field here doesn't get rid of any of our balls, but get to see all of the corpses of the turrets, and escape. Now, we'll also see here that it is possible to use any resource from the level in that last room, because once you open up that second chamber doors there, larger ones, a panel over here turns around, allowing you to fully get the tractor beam through with still having a portal on there. Which also means that you can bring this ball along anywhere. We're doing this to get this door open here, but we could always skip this first chamber if we wanted by riding up to the ceiling ourselves and going across normally until we reach this point where instead of hitting that final wall there, we can divert our path and go here. Now we've just entered the second chamber, which normally you would need to be able to walk back and forth between these chambers to enter the portal over there. So that's where you have your refractor cubes going to. But as I showed last time, you could always use this portal here, so you don't necessarily need that first door open. This might make this level more speedrunner friendly. So there's multiple avenues they could go about, see which one's the fastest. That in there. Now we can go back through here. Have our perfectly lined up cube. Could also, a good bit gloved up there. So yeah, now we don't even need to get the momentum from that drop down there, as we can just walk up and jump up both these ways. Now when I press that button, you'll see that this panel over here has flipped around. So now, how did I keep it there? Oh. Anyway, so now if we want, we could this tractor beam all the way across. Is normally the way that you'd need to go. You'd need to put several portals around, so you wouldn't be able to get to the other side of the pit with this still intact. We also get to go through some bouncy liquid on the way. And so now with that, we could also... Well, that's broken. Anyway. Could use that to simply get straight up here. Grab our cube. Or could also, like I was saying, just go back to this first room, or the second room, sorry. Grab ourselves one of these cubes. And there we go. Now I'll shoot that down there. Recall our bow. I'm going to use the same way of sending those all down. If anybody would like to try this level out for themselves, see if they can maybe find a different solutions or the fastest way. Love to see another way of getting into this final pit here. It's available on the Steam Workshop page for portable. Now we can see all of our destruction be wrought right in front of us. And it looks like that last turret has been knocked down but not fully destroyed, so that shouldn't pose any more danger to us. And also, with this bouncy liquid here at the bottom, perfectly placed. Oh, there that goes. You can see, if we want, we could always bounce right out of the pit. That's usually the end of the level, so there's not really any portable surfaces down here. You could also crash and die, as I didn't even notice that that last turret was still on there. Yes, that's all for this level. More to come with portal levels in the next few weeks, but thank you all for watching.